She's a great player. It would have been good for our craft to see her, but hopefully they get to see her after post-All-Star and get to play them again. As for the All-Star, I'm excited to...
The WNBA is once again at the center of controversy. In a stunning and unexpected move, Sandy Brondello, one of the most respected coaches in women's basketball, has been fired. For years, Brondello has been considered one of the brightest coaching minds in the game, a figure who earned respect from players, fans, and analysts alike. But while her sudden exit is shocking, what's making even bigger waves is the reaction from WNBA superstar Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, no, I love it. I mean, that's what we've been trying to aim for since the league started a long time ago.
Her emotional comments have left fans stunned, and many are now asking if the future of the league's most valuable player might also be in jeopardy. Stick around as we break down the entire story. From who Sandy Brondello is, why her firing is causing chaos, and most importantly, what Caitlin Clark had to say in response. This is one drama-packed update you don't want to miss. Who exactly is Sandy Brondello? To understand the shock around this firing, we first need to talk about Sandy Brondello herself. For those who might not know, Brondello is far more than just a coach. She's a former professional player who competed in the WNBA and also represented Australia on the international stage. As a player, she earned a reputation for discipline, toughness, and sharp basketball IQ. After retiring, she seamlessly transitioned into coaching and built a career filled with accomplishments. Most notably, she led the Phoenix Mercury to a WNBA championship and was widely regarded as a steady, reliable leader who could get the best out of her players. Her reputation wasn't just about wins and losses. Players often praised her ability to connect on a personal level, guide them through tough times, and create locker room chemistry. So when the news broke that Brondello had been fired, it wasn't just surprising. It was downright shocking. The timing. Why now?
I mean, obviously that foul, that was probably inappropriate. That's not what we do. I think every team is playing physical. I mean, our game's been all physical, but there's you're playing basketball. So, stay within the rules of basketball and we're in good shape. I don't think we take away the physicality.
What makes this firing even more controversial is the timing. The WNBA is at one of its biggest growth moments in history. With stars like Caitlin Clark bringing in record-breaking crowds, TV ratings surging, and sponsors pouring in, the league needs stability more than ever. And yet, right in the middle of this growth, a respected figure like Brondello has been pushed out. Reports claim the decision came after differences in vision between Brondello and the front office. Some suggest it was strategic disagreements. Others hint at locker room tensions. Whatever the case may be, the suddenness of the decision has left players reeling. Caitlin Clark speaks out now to the headline everyone's talking about, Caitlin Clark's reaction. The Indiana Fever guard and face of the WNBA was reportedly blindsided by the news just like the rest of us. When asked about it, Caitlin's response wasn't polished or scripted, it was raw, emotional, and brutally honest. She said, "This is unbelievable. Coach Brondello is someone players respect, and to see her treated like this is heartbreaking. If this is the way things are going to be handled, maybe the WNBA isn't where I see myself long term." Those words immediately set social media on fire. Within minutes, hashtags like #Caitlin Clark and #WNBA Chaos were trending. Fans couldn't believe what they were hearing. The league's brightest star, the very player bringing in record attendance and revenue, was openly questioning her future.
Looks like she's in pain after that pass.
Why Caitlin Clark's words matter. So much for most players, frustration after a coach firing is expected. But when Caitlin Clark speaks, it carries far more weight. Caitlin isn't just another rookie, she's a generational talent who has changed the league's trajectory. From her college days breaking scoring records to her current role as the WNBA's biggest ticket seller, Caitlin is essentially the engine driving the league's growth. Sponsors, networks, and fans are heavily tied to her brand. Her jerseys sell out, her games are must-watch TV, and her highlight reels go viral worldwide. So when she openly suggests the league might not be the place for her long-term, it isn't just an emotional comment, it's a wake-up call for the WNBA fans. React, divided opinions. Naturally, fans jumped in quickly. Some stood firmly with Caitlin, applauding her courage to speak up. They argued that her honesty reflects what many players feel behind closed doors, that communication between the league and its stars isn't always as strong as it should be. Others criticized her reaction, saying she's still young and should focus on her own development rather than getting involved in front office decisions. But one thing was clear: Caitlin Clark's words struck a nerve. The debate over her comments dominated sports media, sparking endless talk shows, podcasts, and social media threads. Could Caitlin really leave the WNBA? This is the million-dollar question. Could Caitlin Clark actually walk away from the WNBA? While it's unlikely in the immediate future, history shows it's not impossible. Many WNBA players, including Diana Taurasi and Brittany Griner, have played overseas in Europe and Asia, where salaries can be significantly higher. For Caitlin, the appeal of international basketball is real. The competition is fierce, the contracts are massive, and players are often treated like superstars. With Caitlin's popularity, she could easily become the face of a European club while still maintaining her global brand. But make no mistake, the WNBA cannot afford to lose her, even temporarily. Caitlin's departure would be a devastating blow to the league's momentum. That's why her words are being treated with such seriousness. The bigger WNBA picture. This controversy is about more than just one firing or one player. It exposes bigger issues within the league: trust, communication, and leadership. When respected coaches are dismissed without warning, it sends a dangerous message that stability isn't guaranteed. And when the league's biggest star reacts so strongly, it shows the deep frustration players can feel when decisions seem disconnected from their reality. The WNBA is at a crossroads. The question is whether league officials will listen to their players and rebuild trust, or risk alienating the very stars who are driving its success. What's next for Sandy Brondello? As for Brondello, her career is far from over. With her resume and experience, she'll have no shortage of opportunities. International teams, college programs, or even another WNBA franchise could scoop her up quickly. In fact, some analysts believe her firing could spark a bidding war. Brondello's leadership style and proven track record make her one of the most valuable free agents in coaching right now. What's next for Caitlin Clark? For Caitlin, every step she takes from here will be watched closely. Will she double down on her comments? Will she clarify or walk them back? Or will she use this moment to push for change within the WNBA? What we know for sure is this: Caitlin Clark has leverage like no other player. Her popularity gives her power, and her voice carries the weight of millions of fans. How she uses that power could shape not just her future, but the future of the league itself. The firing of Sandy Brondello has already caused shockwaves, but Caitlin Clark's reaction has transformed this from a surprising coaching change into a full-blown league-wide drama. Whether this moment becomes a turning point for the WNBA depends on what happens next. Will the league rebuild trust with its players? Will Caitlin Clark stay committed despite her frustrations? Or could we actually see the unthinkable: Caitlin Clark exploring basketball outside the WNBA? One thing is certain: fans around the world are paying attention. So what do you think? Was Caitlin right to speak so openly? Or should she have handled it differently? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe for more WNBA updates. Smash that like button to support the channel and share this video so more fans can join the conversation, because this is only the beginning of one of the most dramatic stories the WNBA has ever seen.